Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Hey, Brenda girl, what's going on? You up early? How are you? Good morning, Robert. How's it going? Good morning, beautiful. I hope all is well with y'all. It's been a minute. Hey, Gwen. Gwen, you don't sleep. Good morning, Mr. Allen. How are you? Ray. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's day is off to a fantastic start. It is Wednesday, and I want to come and give you a few words of encouragement for the day from the Chronicles of Cree. I know it's summer for a lot of my friends that are teachers. Thank you, Robert, for sharing the video. Thank you. It's summer for a lot of my friends that are teachers, and they're probably like, I'm not even trying to wake up early. I've earned this summer vacation. I get up when I get up. Erica Badu sings a song, and it's one of my favorite songs, and she says, she don't need nobody waking her up telling her what time. She said, the world is mine when I wake up. I don't need nobody telling me the time. Ooh, I love that. And that's true. You don't. So you get to own your own time, and when you own your own time, it's a choice. And when you make the choice to have time freedom and own your own time, the world is yours when you wake up. You don't need nobody telling you what time it is. And so, good morning, Risa. So that's just what that is. So happy Wednesday to you. And Mr. Allen, I'm glad yours is great. And it's just a great day. But I just wanted to come on and give you a few words of encouragement for the day from the Chronicles of Cree. And it's been a second since I've been here. But guess what? I am back. I was taking advantage of that summertime too. I think just unconsciously I'm used to that time and being off like that. But it's all good. And so today I just wanted to give you some encouraging words. And the thought for today is just, good morning, LaJuan. Thank you for liking the video. The thought for today is just being brave and being bold enough to live life on your own terms and being responsible for your own happiness. And so I thought about that because a lot of times we take responsibility for a whole lot of things, but we don't take responsibility for our own happiness. You know what I'm saying? We end up, we'll take responsibility for the light being left on all night in the closet. We'll take responsibility for an accident if we hit somebody from behind. We take responsibility for a whole lot of stuff. And a lot of times it's big stuff. Thank you, Brenda, for sharing the video. And so we take responsibility for a whole lot of stuff, but do we truly take responsibility for our own happiness? Or do we just let other people decide what it is we need to do? The reason why I say this is because I meet a lot of people and I'm seeing, it's a lot of people who are going through a lot of mental anguish, and a lot of people are depressed, and a lot of people are, seeking change. A lot of people are seeking help, and they don't know where to go, and they don't know what to do. And a lot of times it's because they've allowed people for so long to dictate to them, this is what you need to do to make you happy. This is what you need to do to make you happy. And they agree to it. Only to find out that's truly not what's making them happy. You know what I'm saying? Some people say, well, it was a great idea. Well, yeah, it may have been a great idea for them, but not for you. So when you take responsibility for your own happiness, you're the one who says, oh, okay, I see that I messed up here. I made a mistake here. So what can I do to fix it? What can I do better next time? When you take, responsibility for your own happiness, you're looking at your life through your lens, not the lens of your neighbor, the lens of your best friend, the lens of people at your church, the lens of your pastor. You're looking at your life through your own lens, through your eyes. And so when you do that, things look a little differently. Because again, who's to say, good morning, Susan, who's to say that, well, Robert, I understand that you're modeling all, but you know what? You're getting a little too washed up. You're too old for that. And you should really be doing something else. Like, who are people to determine your happiness? Who are people to determine how your passion flows? Like, you can't determine how my passion flows. I'm not sitting around waiting on people to say, well, Cree, this is really what you should be doing. No. I need you to see me rolling. Picture me rolling is what Mark says. Picture me rolling. That's what I need you to see me do, because I'm rolling on down to what it is I need to get. And so when you see me, I'm walking in my passion. And when you see me, I'm taking responsibility for my happiness, not what it is you say I need to be doing. Like, no, it don't work that way. And so I just want to say that because a lot of people are getting caught up, and a whole lot of people are finding themselves in traps of, financial bondage, traps of depression, traps of feeling, unworthy, traps of feeling hopelessness. And it's like you have all these emotions tied to you because you've allowed other people to determine your happiness. Well, guess what? The buck stops here today. If that's you, it stops today. No one gets to determine your happiness. They don't. What would you look like going to order your food and you sit down at the table and the waitress brings the menu and some damn unknown person you don't know says, well, I'm going to order for you. Like, order what? No, you're not. It's the same thing. We allow people that we don't even really know to just come in and say, this is what you need. This is what she needs. This is what she wants. No, it doesn't go that way. It shouldn't, because that's why a lot of times we get all caught up. We're not bold and brave enough to say, this is how I'm going to live my life. But you know what's amazing to me? It's how we're bold and brave enough to go and find, the latest hot spot, the latest hangout spot. We're bold enough to Google it, do the research, do the math on how much it costs to get there. You want to travel and go somewhere. We're bold enough to do that. We're bold enough to do it because it feels good and you're getting away. Well, guess what? When you go to that getaway place and you stay there and you come back, you're still going to be faced with those same issues. So people can say that's a great place to go. That's a great place to go. And you can go and check it out. But see, if you don't deal with those issues at heart, when you come back from that great vacation spot, the issues are still going to be facing you. They're still there. So you've got to deal with it head on. You've got to deal with those people who, have so much to say about what it is you ought to be doing. See, some people do a lot. Some people, they're running multiple businesses because they understand that you need multiple streams of income. Some people are bold enough to live life on their own terms. And when you see these people, they look different. They walk different. They talk different. They act different. Their attitudes are not like everybody else's. Well, the Lord will make a way somehow. He sure will. He always has and he always will. But dang, he did give you a brain. He did give you a mind to think and do on your own. We have our own free will and volition. He's not making anybody do anything. Yet and still, you let your guard down and you give people permission to just handle you. No, I'm going to live life on my own terms. I'm going to determine my happiness. I'm not going to wait for you to decide on where I'm going to live, what car I'm going to drive, and what food I'm going to eat, and how I'm going to move through the day. No, you can't do that. I get to do that for myself. You got to be bold, and you got to be brave enough to step up and say, oh, I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me. It might work for you, but it don't work for me. It don't work for me. It doesn't work for me. You've got to be bold enough to say that, because I'm telling you right now, you allow the wrong people in your space, and I'm talking about in your mind, and you allow the wrong people to get there and start talking and whispering and saying things to you, and before you know it, you'll be walking down a path you didn't even know you were on. But time will have passed you by, and you'll be trying to figure out how you got there and why you stayed there so long. See, we all have things that we want to improve on. I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm tired of how I look. Okay, well, what are you doing about it? This is your happiness. This is you. What are you doing about it? My clothes don't fit right. I don't like how I look. Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you eating up every damn thing you see? And not going to the gym, not working out? See, you don't have to go to the gym. You can walk around the block for your health. We don't take responsibility for things that are important, but we'll take responsibility for other things. And the fact is, we just get to the point to where it feels good because you have other people who are telling us what it is we need to do, and you don't have to do the work. See, I don't mind doing the work. I don't mind doing the work. I don't mind doing the work because you can't determine for me what I need. You can't. Like, how do you #Cree Unleashed? Stop, Robert. I'm just asking. because it amazes me at how people are so damn fickle, and it's like they allow other people to just determine things for them. See, I've always been that person. Even when I was little, when I was told I need to do this, I would say, yes, ma'am, okay, I'll do it. But if I didn't want to do it, I didn't do it. Now, I had to deal with the consequences later. But when my mind was made up, it was made up. And that's what we need, y'all. We need made up minds that empower us so much so until we're able to live life on our own terms and we're able to determine our happiness for ourselves. See, people got a lot of stuff going on. Everybody got something to say. They do. They do. And a lot of times people look like us. And I'm talking about us right now. I look on my timeline sometimes, and it's like now people I don't even know. It's just things that are just rolling past my timeline, and they have a lot to say about what people ought to be doing. So I'm looking at that, and I have a lot to say when I see it. And sometimes I want to say, oh, okay, you need to go back to school and learn how to read and write because that post does not make any sense. That's why you got 0 likes. Oh, you need to go back and you need to learn how you're supposed to look in public because the way you're dressed and the way you're looking, people don't take you serious anyway. Oh, you need, see, I could go on and on and on. The list does go on and on. But I don't say anything, I just look. But those are people who are talking about what you need to do to be happy, about what it takes for you to walk in your passion, what you ought to be doing. No, you don't get to do that for me. I take responsibility for it. When I want a new doggone car, I go to the lot, I look at it and I say, I want this one, and I drive off with it. Because the preparation has already taken place. I've already made plans to do it. Then I need you to picture me rolling. That's what happens. See, when your mind is made up and you decide, well, I think that I need a vacation. When you decide that you need a vacation, are we allowing other people to come in and say, no, you don't, you need to work another 3 months. Let your boss come and tell you that and you work for 2 weeks on a job you really don't like. 40 hours a week. And they come trying to tell you, you don't need vacation. You can't go on vacation because some other people didn't come in to work. That can ruin your happiness, right? I answer for you, yes. It can ruin your happiness. But see, when people can determine your happiness and determine your move like that, that's when it's time to do something else. It's time to do something else. Even with our jobs, we have to take responsibility for our own happiness. People can get in there, have you doing a whole lot of stuff that you don't even like. But you do it because you know your bills need to be paid. And you do it because you don't have any other means to get the bills paid. So you do it because it's your one stream of income. Whole nother topic. I don't get it. I don't understand. See, when things mess up for me and things go, as my grandmother would say, they go haywire. Well, when things go haywire, you need some moolah to take care of those problems, right? So if you determine that you're only good at one thing and you're only going to do, what other people think you ought to be doing, and that's just, you're just such a great teacher, just go teach, and that's all you do, and things go haywire, well, where's that extra income going to come from? Because you sat and listened to people who said that's what you were good at and that's all you purposed in your heart to do. We can't allow people to just, from all angles, just come in and deposit things in us that we just don't want. Stop letting people deposit craziness into your spirit and into your life and into your mind so that you're letting other people determine what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. See, what makes me happy is getting up and having a cup of coffee and not being in a rush to drink it with a cinnamon stick and powdered cream and sugar in the raw. I don't want anything else. You can have the extra stuff. I don't want it because that's not what makes me happy. Do you think that when I go out to dinner that I expect for them to have a cinnamon stick and sugar in the raw and powdered creamer sitting there waiting on me? No, because they don't even serve powdered creamer. They don't do that. Where they do that? I don't know. Let me know and I can go there and have a cup. I bring what I need because I know what makes me happy. I take responsibility for that cup of coffee being great. That's a simple example. But it's an example nonetheless. And that's what you have to do. You don't like how you look? Get up. Go do something. You say you too fat? Okay, cool. We've all had issues with being overweight. Call Gwen Kirk. ISOT on deck. Lose 5 pounds in 5 days. Stop complaining. We just have to do it. I take responsibility for my own happiness. I do. Because I know what it takes for me to be happy. Do you know what it takes for you to be happy? Some people don't know. You know why they don't know? Because they live their whole damn life with other people telling them what to do. Y'all have seen the movies on Lifetime like I have. Lifetime and then LMN, where, you know, women get with men and the men just run them and they just live their whole lives for their children and they don't know anything else but washing clothes and feeding their children and cooking and cleaning, and they don't even know who they are. They don't even know what makes them happy until this new neighbor comes in and all of a sudden this eye candy opens your eyes to the truth. All of a sudden you know you're not happy. See, I don't need Sir Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, to come through and jog my memory about what makes me happy. No, I don't need all that. No, I don't. You don't either. You don't either. Yes, Gwen, that's what that is. And you'll be fine for the summer. Today is the longest day of summer. June 21st, summer solstice. Today is a great day to get your health in check. It is. We don't need other people to just, you know, come in and tell us what it is that we need. That's why we have people who can assist us. If you don't know what it is you need to be doing, go get a life coach. You spend your money on everything else, go get a life coach. You'll turn up money for a week and you're going to pay for a session with a life coach. It will. I'm just saying. Anyway, start living life on your own terms. Take responsibility for your own happiness. There's a lot of people out there who are hurting. I see them all the time. I talked to a girl yesterday. She was like, oh, you know, I'm depressed now and I know it. And I really need to make some major changes in my life. I said, yeah, boo, cause sound like you on your way out of here. But guess what? There is hope. It is. It's hope. There's hope. And not only is there hope, it's people who can help you. We don't have to walk around suffering needlessly. We don't. If you're in a group of friends and your friends can't see that you need assistance and they're not trying to help you, can you please get some new friends? I don't fool with a lot of people. Just because I talk to you don't make us friends. Just because I talk to you don't make us cool. I'm cordial with everybody. But I don't fool with everybody. Because some of y'all play all day. I don't. I saw a post yesterday and it talked about how elevation requires separation. It requires so much when you decide that you're going to the next level. And I just looked at it and I said, you know what? That's true. Because everybody's not going to take the journey with you. Everybody's not qualified to go where you're going. They're not. But the fact remains the same, is that we're all destined for greatness. We are. I've said it many a times and I'll say it again. Oh, many a times. Lord have mercy, that's that Gilmer coming out. That countryness, but it's true. We're all destined for greatness. But the fact is, too, you know, we're around people who keep saying, well, it don't take all that. You ain't got to do that. You don't need to do that. Leave them. Because whatever it is that makes you happy, you should do it. We live in one of the most, you know, powerful nations on earth. Yet and still, you got all these homeless people. You got people that are hungry. You have people who are living unfulfilled lives. You have people who are just destitute. You have people who are, you know, just depressed. You have people who are freaking struggling like to the max. And it's like, why? When we have all these resources, we have all the help that we need. It's not like we living over in Guadalajara or somewhere deep in a forest with no help. But we act like it. Help is here. Help has come. Lord, I just need help, and I just need you to just bless me. And I just need, Lord, come on in the room. He already here. He waiting on you at the door. He waiting on you. Saying, I don't know when they're going to figure it out, but I've already given them everything that they need. Why they don't know that yet? Those are the kind of questions he probably asking. Why they don't know it? I gave them the book of 66. They ain't pick it up. All the rules are right there. All the guidelines are right there. But you know what? We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear it because it's old fogey. We don't want to hear it because it doesn't sound good. Everything you need is in that book. But how many people take the time to really go research it? I'll research the latest Louis Vuitton until I'm just sweating bullets. Because I'm going to want to know, well, where is the new bag? How much does it cost? Where can I find it? Woo, how long will it take for me to save for it? Because I'm sure not swiping for it. Smarter than that. But how many people pick up the book of 66 and actually search for meaning and search for what we need that's going to help us change? That's how you live life on your own terms. You need to know the rules. How you going to play the game? I can't play spades. I don't know how to play dominoes. I can't play tunk. I can't play any of that. I don't know how. But if I knew the rules and someone showed me how to play it, I could probably pick it up. That's how we live life on our own terms. But according to the rules of the book of 66. You want to live life on your own terms and live a happy life and take responsibility for it? That's where you start. That's where you start. The one thing I like about the Bible is that when God chose leaders, he chose people who, people were like, why them? They ain't good enough. I can't believe he chose. Oh, he did that. People who you counted out. You gonna show me Gwen? He used people that others counted out. He used people that you would overlook. See, people would overlook me. People overlook me when I have on a t-shirt and some jeans and my old Converse tennis shoes. Or I decided I want to wear my cowboy hat and a t-shirt and some jeans and I go out in public. Sometimes people overlook me. They don't see me. Because I don't look the part according to them. But when they start talking to me and they learn a few things about me, all of a sudden their attitude changes about me. No. You don't need to be in my circle. Because I am who I am. See, it's the outside that people looking at. And they just sum you up based on how you look on the outside. That's what people do. But I thank God that I'm delivered. And it doesn't matter to me about what you say or think. Because one day I'm going to walk in church with my cowboy hat on and my boots and my dress. And I'm going to sit on the third row in the middle. Because that's what I feel like doing sometimes. You have to determine your own happiness and you can't let other people do it for you. And I think that once we realize what the rules are, it's a book called The Game of Life. I cannot remember who wrote it right now. The Game of Life. And I started listening to it and everything that they talked about, y'all, it was biblical. It was biblical. And I kept listening to it. It was an audible. And I was listening to it. And I kept saying, man, everything is in the book. It's in the book. It's in the book. Have you ever been in school before and your teacher said, all right, we're going to have a test on Friday. But it's an open book test. You're not stressed out on Thursday because you know that on Friday when you get there, you can bring your book. You know that once she gives you the test, you can open your book and you can find the answers to it because she's allowing you to use the book. That's what God does for us. Open book test. You had a book, open it and find the answers. Because there they all are. Open book tests. I love those. I wasn't stressed out. I just familiarized myself with a few notes, but I knew I had to have my book that day. When we look at it that way, good morning, Mr. Reginald. When we look at it that way, life can have new meaning. Everybody always want to talk about, oh, I met him and I met her and honey. Now life has new meaning. See, I was complete when I met Mark. He was complete when I met him. So I didn't stand up and say, and when I met you, I'm complete. No, I was already complete. And so were you. We complement each other and we do it well. It's all a matter of what you want. It's all a matter of, how bad do you really want it? How hard are you really willing to work to get it? Pursue your own happiness, not somebody else's. See, for me, turn up is sitting on the couch with my remote in my hand now, at my age. That's turn up for me. Not having any appointments to go on, not having any houses to show, not having a paper to write, none of that. Just no classes to teach, nothing. Just being able to have some quiet, peaceful time. That's the turn up for me. That's true happiness. But I've got to arrange the schedule and get things done so that I can enjoy it and live and do it on my own terms. And so today, I just want you to remember that, guess what? You have the power to take responsibility for your own happiness. Do it. Don't allow other people to do it for you. Don't. You know your friends be overweight. Girl, you look good. Girl, you all right. But your health bad. No. Hey, sis. I got something I want to share with you. This is going to help you lose this weight. You be the force. You take responsibility for it. And the reason why I talk about weight, good morning, Miss Diane. The reason why I talk about the weight is because we all have been there. We've all been there. So it's not a jug at anybody. We've all been there. But we have the power to do and be whatever we want to be. And I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. I'm not the only one who can't sleep at night because I'm thinking about what I want to do tomorrow. And I'm thinking about how fantastic my life is going to continue to be. See, life is good. Yeah, some trials and some tribulations and some people you want to slap. But guess what? We cannot do that. It's some people you really wish you could wipe off the face of the planet sometime. I already know. I'm not exempt. I think like that too sometimes. But it's not healthy. So you have to let that go. And you have to decide that, you know what, I'm going to be happy no matter what. So take responsibility for your own happiness today. You have the power to do so. Don't allow other people to come in who they ain't doing nothing. And I know that's not correct grammar, but they're not. They're not doing anything in life but watching you. Wondering why you acting strange. You used to be like us. Stop, Robert. No, that I wish you hadn't told me, Robert, about what that guy told, or whoever that person was that told you about modeling. Let me tell you something. I made a deposit to my bank last Friday at 12 noon. And the girl wanted to talk to me about the weather. First of all, when I go into the bank, that's a serious time for me. And the reason why it's a serious time for me is because I work hard for my money. And when I got into the bank and she wanted to talk to me about the weather and if I had a whole lot to do that day and if I had any more appointments, I was looking at her like, you really got doggone talkative while you punching in them numbers trying to get my account right. I don't usually do a lot of small talk, but this particular day, she was really nice. And I was talking to her. And so after I made the deposit, I left the bank, came on home, did whatever I was going to do. So that night, I realized that my phone didn't say, you have a direct deposit. Because my phone is set up that if you even spend $3 out of my account, I get an alert like that. Yes, I watch every dime. So I didn't get that alert. So I thought, oh, okay, maybe in the morning. So I went on to bed, woke up that Saturday morning. Usually, if you do it late on a Friday, you wake up Saturday morning and you'll get an alert from Chase. Woke up Saturday morning, no alert. Said, okay, we might have a problem brewing. Sunday came, no alert. Monday came, no alert, so I called. Hey, how you doing? I just need to know why my deposit hasn't hit yet. When the people told me they had no record of two deposits, I made two deposits. They said they didn't have a record of it. I said, oh, no, 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 no. We started putting our shoes on. Before that lady could even finish that sentence, I was already at the branch. Hey, how you doing? I'm trying to talk real slow because I feel myself, getting nervous, and I feel my anxiety level rising. I don't want to be cussing and talking crazy and they have to take me up out of here, but we got an issue. I want to know how y'all took my hard-earned money and put it in somebody else's account. I see that this deposit slip has the last four digits of somebody else's number, so somebody else had a great weekend on my money. Gwen, I wish I could have just said, wow, but that wasn't it. So people start talking in Spanish behind the window, and I said, Lord, let them just say the right thing. Because if they say the wrong thing, I'm going to have to break this glass, and the only money I'm going to take is mine. But they're going to send me to jail because I done broke the window, and they think I'm trying to rob the bank. I just want what's mine. So the lady says, hey, I'm sorry. I really apologize. It was me. You're the person that I saw. I said, yeah, you were talking to me about the weather and asking if I had any appointments left. And she said, yeah, it was my fault. She said, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and fix that for you. But it's probably going to be a couple of days. I said no. But then I realized that I'm going to have to be patient. And I'm going to have to let her do what she does. Because I'm still in control of my own happiness. And if that money ain't there, I'm not going to be happy. But if I give them time, they'll go ahead and do what they need to do so the money can post and I'll be happy all over again. And so she apologized, and she was so sweet and so kind about it until my anxiety level just kind of went away. See, when you decide that you are going to be in control of your own happiness, you got to be in control all the time. That was a test for me, and I almost flunked. It was a test for me, and I almost flunked because I wanted to go in and say, see, that's why I don't talk to you about the weather. That's why I don't talk to you about the appointments that I'm going to have, because number one, that's not even your business. You're supposed to be making sure you get that 10 key right because they be doing it fast. They like to ruin my happiness, but I made it through. It's a test. It's a test. And yesterday I got that alert that said, hey, you have a direct deposit. And I was happy all over again. Yes. There was a happy ending to that story. And I'm grateful because all of you people on Facebook Live would have had to pull your resources together to help Marcus come and get me, because they would have taken me downtown, because it would have been that way. So let's stay in control of our own happiness today. And I know that some of you are probably already at work, and so I don't want to take any more time away from you. And I'm glad I made it through too. Hey, Dr. T. I'm glad I made it through, girl. It was a challenge, but I made it through. And, I was breathing. I remember some breathing techniques because, when you start messing with people's money, sometimes they don't always remember the rules. They start, talking real fast, and they don't always handle it right. And so I just want to say that I made it through. And so I think I made God proud on that one. It was a close call, but I think I made him proud with it. With how I handled it. And so I just want to say, go be great today, as Facia Simone says. Go be great. Charlie McIntosh, hey, how are you? Just be great today. Be in control of your own happiness. Don't allow other people to dictate anything for you. Nothing. Because you're in control of it, okay? So I want you to remember that the world is going to continue to rotate, whether you're standing on top of it or stretched out under it. And I'm not going to be stretched out anywhere except for on the beaches of the world. And I hope that you will be there with me. And we're going to be stretched out under those palm trees. And Sir Dwayne Johnson and Idris Elba are going to be waiting on me, because they're going to be fanning me with those big green leaves. And Marcus is going to be applying the suntan lotion. And The Rock is going to say, hey, Miss Cree, Queen Cree, would you like another Mai Tai? And they're going to say, yeah, can you run over there and get me one? Get me another one. And I'm going to watch him go get it and watch him come back with it. And we're going to all be there together. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a glorious day, because we will have worked hard and earned it. That's the only place we're going to be stretched out under. The world continues to rotate. It doesn't matter what's happening in your life. It doesn't stop. I like to be standing on top of it too. That's another great place to be. So when people ask you what your favorite position is, tell them, baby, it's CEO on top. That's it. Of the world. Because some people might get it confused. I want to see everybody at the top, because the bottom is too crowded. That's where 97% of the people are. They are. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want you to do nothing. They wonder why you want so much. What's wrong with you? Why you can't be like us? God will provide. All that good stuff. Yeah, he will. Don't be trying to throw no scripture at me either just because you broke and have no dreams and goals. Don't do that. Stop doing that to people. Stop. God ain't mad because you prosperous. He mad because you ain't doing nothing with what he gave you. That's what he mad about. Scripture. It is. But I want everybody to have a fantastic Wednesday. Enjoy the longest day of the year. Today is summer solstice. And I remember that from middle school. It was a test, and I got that question right. But June the 21st was summer solstice. It was the longest day of the year. And so I just want you to go out and be great today. Make a difference in the life of somebody else. Stop laughing at me, Risa. Make a difference in the life of somebody else. You don't ever know what people are dealing with. There's people sitting on Facebook Live. And they're going through a lot of stuff. They're not telling you. Because you talk too much. And you ain't going to help them anyway. Go be great today. Smile. It goes a long way. People are dealing with their own private battles, and true enough, a smile does go a long way. So I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see everybody at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Make it a magnificent Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.